It's how I hear the stars calling brightly, and it's how I'm falling in. It's a puzzle I can't put together. It's a song I can't quite hear. When I try too much to put it in the bottle, when I try to hold it in, and so it comes to me in waves now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's when I least expect it. I see beauty all around, and it overwhelms my body, don't it? Like a light without a ground. It's when I glance you from the nothing, it's from the space between the waves, and it brings me high like I'm needed. But it's hard to stay that way. Well, so it comes to me in waves now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's the way that I get lost now, in the colors of your skin. It's how I hear the stars calling brightly. It's how I'm falling in. 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 all our dreams, all of our feelings, and our needs. Squares and circles. Don't need you.
morning everybody, welcome to Painted Dog TV. On this rather chilly morning we have out here, the wind has picked up overnight, blowing a gale. It's very frosty, as you can tell with my current outfit everyone, but very excited to be out here with all of you. And we have our new intern with us everybody. Sierra is out here from Colorado. She's spending the next 3 weeks with us. Welcome, Sierra. Lovely to have you with us. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you, sir.
Gee whiz. I wonder if the elephants put that tree in the road or if it was the wind. Very, very strong winds this morning, folks. So a lot of the tracks are going to be very wind-swept. But I've come down to this section of the fence because Kevin updated me now to say that last night at least the elephant bull pinged somewhere close by to where we are here, close to the southern fence of Blowbunk. And so we're just going to drive a little stretch along the fence line, see if we find any signs of the elephants. Love to try and find them for all of you. And I also really desperately want to go and collect our camera trap, which is on this end of the reserve. Excited to see if we've picked up any footage of leopards in the southeast corner of Blowbunk. On my way out last night, there we go, there's our first signs of elephants, some elephant dung on the road here. So on my way out last night, everybody, after my drive, I actually bumped into two of the lionesses on the other side of the fence, the Blue Canyon Conservancy lionesses. They actually looked quite young, the two of them, probably only about 2.5 years old, I would age the two lionesses that I bumped into. A wonderful treat for me. I haven't seen any of those lionesses for a very long time. You never know, we might get them somewhere here along the southern fence line here. We will of course be looking for any signs of the Rietspruit pride as well. But right now hoping to find fresh signs of elephants. Quickly want to say good morning to our pack members that have joined us. Good morning, Carol. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Mary. Hello, Wendy. Oh dear. I think the elephants have left a surprise on the road here for us. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's wonderful. That's what happens when you look at your cell phone while you're driving. Right, bear with me folks, I've got to remove said gift that the elephants left behind from underneath the jackal. Good opportunity to just quickly listen, see if we don't hear anybody. Certainly is a gorgeous morning. And the wind has actually died down. It's not as windy right now. Oh, wonderful. That did not go well. Right, let's try and rock the car forward and see if I can dislodge this massive stump that's wedged into our undercarriage. This is the gift from the elephants. That was not fun getting that out. You can actually see here where it got stuck underneath the car. And you can see how the elephant, presumably the bull, judging by how big of a chunk he carried with him, has actually stripped the bark off of this big branch. The elephants will often do that. They just take a little food for the road, strip the bark off of it. That was, oh, there you go, got my PT in for the morning. Alrighty. Good morning, Velma. Lovely to have you with us. Yes, indeed, quite the workout. Right, hopefully we won't have more of that this morning. It's amazing though, with all the wind we had overnight and early this morning, not really seeing the elephant's tracks. Definitely seeing the signs, of course. But didn't hear them feeding back there. This little drainage line will be quite protected from the wind. See if there's any tracks. Doesn't look like the elephants came through here. No. A couple of giraffe came through here. Also wondering if we might not have found signs of any of the male lions along the southern fence line here. We're not going to drive the whole stretch of the southern fence, everybody. We're going to cut in pretty soon to pick up that camera trap, and from there we'll head towards Sekoi Dam, the big waterhole down here in the south. Thinking the elephants might have headed that direction. No lion tracks yet. Good morning, Jan. Welcome. Good to have you with us. Hello, Liz. Hope you're well. With the heavy wind we've had that I've spoken about, it's very likely that the elephants would have pushed into cover, tried to get out of the wind. The wind unsettles them. It's also cold, of course, and there's a strong wind. But because they rely so heavily on their sense of smell and hearing, they would have moved into thicker bush to try and break up that wind, get cover. Rhinos will do the same thing. But it might be why we're not seeing any further signs of the elephants along the fence line here. Just a reminder, everybody, of the keywords for this week. The keywords are vantage point. So if you'd like to get your hands on the beautiful painted dog image for the week, please remember to submit the keywords vantage point. I believe it's a beautiful photograph of a vulture. Just going to pause here briefly, everybody, to listen. Sierra, look behind you. It's just looking back now, everybody. We'll turn the vehicle so you can all appreciate what we're looking at here. The Drakensberg Mountains are just starting to be lit up by this awesome sunrise. It's just so beautiful out here. We are the lucky few that get to enjoy this every morning. Liz, I have managed to finally get rid of that cold. Thank you very much. I'm sniffing again this morning, but that's purely because of how cold it was and with all the wind. Isn't that just stunning, everybody?
Sorry, we'll get there. I can't feel my fingers.
Andrew's apologising for the slow zoom here, everybody. He says he can't feel his fingers. He says we just need to be patient and he'll get closer to the mountains. All good, my boy. Just sitting here listening, everybody, while we enjoy this beautiful view for a couple more minutes to see if I don't hear the lions or the elephants. And it's amazing, I can in the distance hear this strong wind that's still blowing closer to the mountains. So presumably a very strong wind that's been pushed up against the escarpment. Rattling stickler calling. Not hearing any of the beasts just yet, folks. Let's carry on. Head down quickly towards the camera trap, pick that up, and then push on towards the waterhole. Stupid gorgeous indeed, Mary. That view just honestly never ever gets old. It's certainly a big part of the reason why I settled in this part of the world. Why my family did, Brent's family did. Last time we were in this area, folks, we had some very fresh tracks of a female leopard. So this female leopard that I'm hoping to catch on the camera trap, and I mean obviously while we're out on one of these drives, because we're not too sure who she is. Never seen a female leopard in this part of the reserve. But I've known now for a couple of months that she's been active down here, just from seeing her tracks. Unlikely. I think it's very likely that this could be Kudu Krip 4-3 female that's operating down here, or the mother of both of those younger females. Yeah. Oh, there's that wind again. Oh, that's awesome, Mary. Yeah, my dad, yeah, he loved that time. He's very passionate about wildlife, my father, which is a huge part of why I sit in this vehicle right here with you today. Oh, shush.
Mobile from Rietspruit. Any updates?
Right, the camera chap is just down here in the riverbed, folks. I'm going to grab it and then turn around. I want to go east from here along the edge of this drainage line, still dry riverbed. Haven't seen any tracks of the ellies yet. I'll just quickly grab the camera and I'll be back with you all shortly. Andrew's just busy saying everybody hopes that the memory card is not just filled with videos of grass. We'll have to wait and see.
Tell me how many clips are there.
I can't tell you that.
Battery's dead.
Batteries are dead now. Right, we shall keep you all updated as to what we discover from the footage. Fingers crossed. There's a leopard on this footage. Good morning, Ulla. Lovely to have you with us again. Yeah, very excited to have a look at that footage later this morning when we get back to camp. Sounds like the Kai and Lobo guides are searching for the cheetah males again this morning. They were in the southeast corner of Kaya yesterday afternoon. They did also find 4 of the lionesses, not too far from there as well. Wonder if the pride are back together again, full complement, and whether they have returned to our side of the world. They do often visit the waterhole that we're headed toward, everybody. So we'll have a close look around there for tracks. just thinking about leopard right now, of course. A few moments where I'm not. And with a strong wind like this, you often get lucky in sneaking up on them, particularly if they're still walking along the road away from you, or even toward you, because they are not going to hear me approaching when the wind is this strong. There's so much noise coming from all of the trees blowing in the wind that they won't hear us coming. I think very, very often out here, because most of the leopards are unhabituated, hear the vehicles coming and they move off, take cover in thick bush, and we drive right by them. But this wind certainly works in our favour. Some hyena tracks on the road. Looks like, well, again with the wind it's hard to say how fresh, because most of the tracks are windswept. Looks pretty fresh. A big spotted hyena walking along here. Good morning, Shanann. Lovely to have you with us. We're busy making our way towards Sekwe Dam, looking for any signs of the elephants, that we think we're headed this direction. So the cats always on our minds as well. Maybe we'll get lucky with a fish eagle at the dam this morning. It's been a while since we've seen one. The last time I saw one was at this waterhole. Sneaky shortcut time, everybody. Just want to get down to the road less traveled that runs right next to this drainage line. Strong winds again. That's all. Mm-hmm. Quickly get a close look at the riverbed here, folks. See if there's any tracks. Not seeing much down there. Just seen a duck or a goose, I don't know what species, traveling at Mach speeds overhead here, everybody, because the wind is shunting east. That bird was at high velocity, heading presumably towards the waterhole we're heading to. There is another very big waterhole just the other side of our fence, close to Siekwe Dam on the Blue Canyon Conservancy. That duck or goose might be headed that way as well. Probably advisable to get out of this wind as fast as possible, otherwise it might end up in the Mozambique Ocean at this rate. Now just look around me here, everybody, at the vegetation, the riverbed. It is just perfect habitat for leopard. Imagine whichever female leopard it is that's now resident in this area is quite content with her patch. Obviously water very nearby, which will attract a lot of her prey. No immediate signs, however. Right, next stop, Sekwe Dam. which I think is going to be rather gorgeous right now. This beautiful golden light. Beautiful call of a beautiful bird there, black-headed oriole. Also on its way to Mozambique. Buzzed overhead. Some fairly recent tracks of a white rhino bull heading along here. He's scent marked on this midden next to the road here. I wonder if he headed towards the Waterhole for a drink. Some lion tracks here. It looks like it's one of the males. See it there, Sierra. Just quickly show all of you. I think it's one of the males. It's difficult with the wind. A lot of the tracks have been blown over. But I'd say that's pretty fresh, everybody. Sometime last night or maybe even early this morning, this lion's come to the waterhole here. Very cool. Maybe we're lucky and it's still here at the water's edge. Not seeing any lions at first glance. Here at Sequoia, but I am seeing a grey heron on the far side of the water there. Just want to have a quick look and see where the tracks of this lion went, everybody, whilst Andrew entertains you with that beautiful bird. Nice shot of the heron flying off there. Right, cannot see where that lion turned, everybody. Just drive around the dam. But what we can hear is a couple of Egyptian geese having a bit of an argument over territory by the sounds of things on the other side of the water. Hopefully be able to see them from up here. Seen a couple of monkeys in the trees around here. A little bit further in, but they're all quiet, so Presumably that lion or lioness came past here while it was still dark a little while ago. Might need to. There goes an Egyptian goose heading towards the other, which is just sitting on the water's edge here. Oh yeah, there's a big fight happening here. Big territorial battle. Get out of my patch. Jeez, these birds are so territorial. It's amazing. Vigorously defend their water. Let's just move up and stop up ahead here. See if we can get more of that exciting action. And a lovely view of the Waterhole. Man, it is gorgeous here. In the trees here as well, folks, just busy warming up in the morning sunlight. Egyptian geese are still flying around, having their box. Very grumpy. Oh, Mary, absolutely no problem. Happy to see all of you having a good chat. And then to answer your question about lions going through the fence, Liz, yes, it is very possible. We obviously try and stop that as much as we can, so we're always monitoring the fence and closing up any holes that we find. But it does happen from time to time. Fortunately, our lions have stayed put. We haven't had any escapees that I can remember with our lions. Last station, can you please repeat your last update around Seskant?
I was just asking, I'm curious if this area has been blocked off. I see branches here. It seems like it was strategically put there, so I'm not too sure. I just wanted to confirm.
Sorry, Joe, and where exactly?
On Lowveld of South Africa, just east of this contact.
No, negative. I don't know of anything in that area being zoned.
Copy that, thanks.
What a beautiful scene, hey guys, and lovely to see the vervet monkeys warming themselves up. But they are very quiet monkeys. They've obviously not seen a predator around here for a while. No sign of the elephants here either. Might still be making their way here, but taking their time. But what I have discovered whilst walking around is the tracks of what I now think is a lioness that has walked over the dam wall here, but presumably sometime last night. So we're going to stick with those tracks, everybody. See if we can follow them for a while, see if we can find that animal. Imagine you could build your house on that damn wall there, Shannon. And that was your view every single morning. Wow. Priceless, that. Like there's a male lion with this lioness as well. Tracks are still going up here, folks. Well, they were. I don't see them anymore. Going to head to the eastern fence line, just see if these lines didn't go that way. No tracks along the road here, so it actually doesn't look like they came to the fence. They might have turned west and headed towards Boskamp, towards the airstrip. But seeing as we've come this far, I'm just going to quickly check the fence line for tracks of anybody else, and then we'll head back. You got something, Andrew? So it looks like a male lion did walk down this fence line, everybody, heading south. And then of course we've got tracks at the Waterhole coming back north and presumably then west. I thought that's what it was. I needed to get a bit higher up so I could see what's on the other side of the fence here, everybody. I've spotted a white rhino that's sleeping right up against the fence here. And quickly head down there. Go have a look at this beautiful rhino before we head back west to look for the lions. Can't believe it's already almost 7:30. Time flies. We're going to do a little bit of flying ourselves quickly, get to this rhino. don't want to get too close to the rhino, everybody, because as I mentioned, it's lying down. So I don't want to spook it and force it to have. So we're just going to stop right here and view it from a distance rather than disturbing it. That's so cool. It's cold enough that this rhino is still having its nap just next to the road. Looks like a bull, big white rhino bull that's just sleeping here. So he was obviously patrolling along the fence line last night, and this is obviously settled for the night. You can see those ears of his just working overtime while he's resting. Quite chuffed to have found a rhino, particularly with the weather conditions we've had this morning. I've actually got 2 jackets on this morning, Shannon. That's how cold it is here. It's probably about 13 or 14 degrees Celsius here right now. But then when you add the wind chill factor, because we're in an open vehicle, it's probably closer to 8 or 9, I would say. Rather chilly. And presumably why this white rhino bull is still resting for the time being. He's waiting for the sun to just get a bit higher before he starts his day. We often see this with rhino in winter. They stay lying down for later into the mornings. Very cool. All right. Rest easy, big boy. I'm going to leave you in peace. I'm hoping I won't disturb him when we start up again. Oh, that's great. He's still sleeping. That was lovely. Nice little treat, nice find. Right. Back to those line tracks, everybody. I'm going to shoot towards Boskamp. I'm convinced that's where those lines have headed. Shannon, no, those ears don't sleep. So as you can imagine, most of these animals don't get the sleep like we do. Always on alert. awesome to see those ears working like that though, moving independently, rotating independently. I've done a lot of walking with Rhino on foot. It is amazing how sharp their hearing is, how quiet you have to be so that you can view them without ever disturbing them, without them ever knowing you were there. It's not easy. They've got excellent hearing. There's tracks of one male lion at Sekwe Dam, head north up Sekwe Ruta. Lost them before Lee Ruta. Checked the eastern fence. Nothing there. I'll now check back towards Boskamp. Last station, go again. Tracks. Copy. Are you coming from Boskamp?
No, I'm pointing Yellow Ruta. Then I'll go Yellow Ruta, circle down, and then I'll come Boskamp.
Copy.
You guys follow up on Nkonzo on Waterhole Road here by Kaya. So try going up Waterhole Road going towards the baboon.
Oh dear. I see there's a tractor coming down the road towards us here, everybody. That's not going to do us any favors for tracking this lion or lions, because they now would have driven over all of the tracks. Anyway, we'll still give it our best shot. Morning. So that's the habitat team just heading out to do some road maintenance by the looks of things. a very good point you raised there, Ula. I would imagine we definitely didn't used to sleep the way we do now. Having to survive out in the bush, out in the wild. You have to have your wits about you. Presumably. I don't know if that for a fact. Or perhaps the first humans would just take turns standing guard while the rest had deep sleep. Not too sure. Our dummy last tracks were there on Sekwe Route, just north of the dam. I've had nothing along Lee Route. Go again, there was just wind. Yeah, sorry, I can't copy.
So on the southern side of Lowveld or northern side of Lowveld?
Southern side of Rhino. They came from the dam wall of Siekwe, heading north. Where did this mail line go, everybody? Don't see any tracks along here. Obviously the tractor did come down here, but normally I would have seen 1 or 2 tracks at least. Might have cut across towards the boma. Towards where those female wild dogs are. He's not down there. We'll give the boma area a try, everybody. See if there's any tracks around there. See if the female wild dogs are going to say good morning to us. We're still not driving around the boma, not wanting to disturb them all too much. Before we do that, I just want to quickly check the bottom end of the airstrip here. Didn't come this way. Morning guys, how are you? Hello, hello. Enjoy your morning? Hey? Yeah, I know. Just the tracks of that male lion, but I'm not sure where he went. Yeah. Not yet. Just listening to Joe's guess on the vehicle. Yeah, I'll see nothing. They've had a rather quiet morning, those people on that vehicle. Shame, they're obviously quite desperate to see some of the big game. I think Joe's having a tough morning. Now I would imagine Joe's just driven past the boma, so he didn't report seeing any lion tracks up here. He did indeed come past the boma here. See if the wild dogs are waiting for us at the gate. Do you know if they were fed recently, Andrew?
Jake's is back, so I don't know when he's feeding, but we'll be feeding from next week sometime.
Okay. I'd imagine he probably has fed them recently, everybody, because I can't see them. They usually only show themselves when they're hungry. Alrighty. I think what we should do, everybody, is end our morning at Lowveld Dam. Try head down there. See if we can make it to the Waterhole before the end of our drive. There we go. Andrew's just confirming the temperature there for us, everybody. Apparently 12 degrees right now. But like I say, with that added wind chill factor, it is rather nippy. Probably why Joe has had a pretty quiet morning. Most of the game still frozen stiff. Certainly grateful for all the wildlife we've seen this morning. Just look at that view. Epic. Very, very pretty. A Dacre just moving away from us there for a brief moment.
Always.
Thought it was my favorite cat. Oh, definitely Mary. And the waterholes here on the Rietspruit are truly beautiful, especially when you have the backdrop of the Drakensberg. There's just something though, you know, when you're around water that's just so peaceful, so calming. I mean, obviously we know as well, it's where a lot of game will eventually come throughout the day, so it's always that level of excitement as well, anticipation. Sitting at a waterhole. Hopefully it won't be long before VM would have erected more of our live cams at some of the waterholes, water points. Looking forward to that. Joe for Gareth. Joe, come in. Joe, sorry, I did report it earlier, but I don't think my radio transmitted. There was a white rhino bull sleeping on the eastern fence line of Blowbank, just south of Leeuruta, or south of Nyalaruta, but on the BCC side.
Copy that. Thank you very much.
There you go, just saved Joe's morning. White rhino bull sleeping on the eastern fence of Blowbank, south of Nyalaruta. The animal is on the BCC side.
Okay, copy.
Sounds like we might have saved Sammy's morning as well. Very excited to get to Lake Dam, folks. Very excited to see our hippos. I hope they're back in their favourite spot. Maybe we get some beautiful birds as well. Not a lot of time left, but we are close by. last station go again. Ah, there you go. Look at that. Everybody, the hippos are back in their favorite spot. That's magic. Green wood hoopoes chatting in the trees behind the water. Copy. Actually a couple of birds busy flying around at the tops of the trees here. A couple of dark-capped bulbuls. Red-faced mouse birds busy feeding. Just been thinking to myself of, lately how we oddly haven't seen a lot of birds of prey this year, which is concerning, both concerning and sad all at the same time. This area is renowned for its birds of prey, and we haven't seen many. Mostly the goshawks that we've been seeing. Just wondering why Andrew was filming open spaces of water, but he's just told me there was a terrapin. Oh, sorry, Liz. I'm not sure which tree it was that Andrew was focused on. Red-coloured dry leaves. Have a look around here and see. Where were we? I presume you're referring to at the water's edge, Liz. Not too sure. But looking around now, I don't see any dried red leaves. Oh, there's a couple of birds coming to drink on the far side there, Andrew. You see where the movement is there. A couple of yellow-fronted canaries and red-faced muskrats that are just approaching the water's edge now. It is far. Just make them out there. You see the brilliant yellow on the tree, and then obviously the birds with long tails. Those are the red-faced mouse birds. We just touched on the terrapin earlier. Those little birds, have got to be careful of terrapins. Terrapins are renowned for catching birds on the water's edge as they come down for a drink. There's a little hippo. You are cute. Goodbye. Lovely morning, folks. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. We can say goodbye to you from here. We hope that lots of you can join us this afternoon, and we hope that you all have a brilliant evening wherever you are in the world. Bye for now, folks.